Alright guys, welcome back into another NBA DFS video. Have a really solid slate for you on this Friday. So I got some really good value plays that we're going to touch on. Got some really nice core plays that we're also going to touch on. Going to go over the Draftkings and the Fanduel picks on today's NBA DFS slate. We'll start off here with the Draftkings picks. Alright, so we're going to start off with Kemba Walker here. Kemba Walker has averaged 44 DK points per game in this matchup, which is a little bit higher than his season average. Now, I don't like going with Kemba Walker as much because you can pay up for D'Angelo Russell, who's just a little bit more expensive but has a little bit more upside. And throughout the last 4 games, he's won for over 50 DK points per game. He's just been doing really well. Plus, you have Spencer Dinwiddie ruled out, which should mean that the minutes are going to be there for D'Angelo Russell. Anytime he's seen over 30 minutes per game, he's averaging around 50 DK points per game, so I really like him as an option. Dennis Smith Jr. is another solid option for us tonight. In his last game back from injury, he saw 33 DK points, but he's also going against the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons do not have the best defense against point guards. Elliot Kubu is an option that I really do like. Melton was out of the last game, and Okubu saw around 28 minutes and scored 26 DK points. I think we can expect more of the same tonight. Now, Jared Bayless is a play that we have to see if Teague, Rose, and also Tyus Jones are going to be ruled out. I'm assuming that they are. So then Jared Bayless is going to be a plug and play. You should see around 30 minutes like he has in the last 2 games where he's averaged 30 DK points in the last 2 games. So I really like him as an option. So Baz Napier is another solid option for us on tonight's slate. In games where he sees around 20 minutes, he's averaging over 20 DK points per game in those games. So obviously with Dinwiddie out, Napier is going to be the second point guard in the game, and he should be a solid option to at least hit value and potentially exceed it. Those 3 are going to be a nice solid base of around 90 DK points for you tonight. So really easy and really solid. Kelly Oubre Jr. is a really solid option for us tonight too. It's more of a GPP option given the value that we have on the slate. In 3 out of the last 10 games, he's won for over 40 DK points. So the upside's there for him to really go off. And with TJ Warren ruled out, that helps him out as well. Eric Gordon's another decent play. I just think he's too cheap. He should be at least 6K. You see there he has the upside to go for 40 DK points. I think his base is going to be around 29 DK points tonight, especially with the Toronto Raptors having a healthy, active defensive scheme trying to stop James Harden. That should result in Eric Gordon getting a few more shots per game. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a player that I'm just going to be locking in based on the value that's opened up for us on the slate. He should go up for at least 50 DK points tonight. He's won for an average of 57 DK points per game against Charlotte this year, so I really like him as an option. Tobias Harris is another solid option. He's been playing really well without Danilo Gallinari, averaging over 40 DK points per game without him. You see there he went for 50 and 60 DK points. So he definitely has the upside to go for over 50 DK points. He makes for another solid option for us on tonight's slate. Kind of Fareed's a great option for us too. Anytime this guy gets over 25 minutes like he saw in the last game, he's going to get around 25 DK points with the upside to go for 40 DK points. I think his minutes are continued to go up, so I'm projecting him to score around 30 DK points tonight. Dragan Bender is another solid option for us. If both Raquan Holmes and Andre Ayton are ruled out, I'm operating under the assumption that they will be. If Raquan Holmes does play, though, I'll be locking him in instead of Dragan Bender. Bender has won for over 30 DK points in each of the last 3 games, so he's a great option. Mason Plumlee here, another solid option for us tonight. Probably be locking him into my builds. I want to see if he's starting first or not, but he's seen around 20 minutes per game, and he's been able to average 1 DK point per minute. So obviously if he's going to start, he should get around 25 minutes, and if he's getting that 25 minutes, he should at least score 25 DK points. You saw there that he has the upside to go over 40 DK points, so I really like him as a strong option tonight. And then there's only one other play that I want to touch on. It's going to be the center for the New York Knicks. That's right. It's going to be Enes Kanter. Enes Kanter in this matchup against the Brooklyn Nets has won for over 42 DK points per game on average, against the Brooklyn Nets. Now, it's just a matter of if he's going to start. If he's starting, we can plug and play him. That's going to be an easy play for us. If he's not starting, he might DNP like he did in the last game. So then I think we got to stay off of him, maybe roll with someone like Mitchell Robinson. But I'm just not going to be playing any Knicks center if Enes Kanter is not starting. But you can see here I try to manipulate the build to make it the most optimal. It'll probably change a little bit as the day goes on. You can see the lineup on the Patreon page. Link is in the description below. But let's kick it off and get into the FanDuel plays. All right, guys. So with the FanDuel plays, obviously we kind of just have to roll with those point guard value plays. They're all too cheap. Jared Bayless is too cheap. Shabazz Napier is too cheap. And Elliot Kubu are too cheap. Now, in this video, I'm going to go with Napier and also Kubu because I don't know the Timberwolves news just yet. We do know that Melton's out, and we do know that Dinwiddie's out, so those two should at least get there. D'Angelo Russell is another play that I think we have to roll with. He's just a little bit too cheap on FanDuel. I thought he'd at least be 9K on FanDuel. He should get at least 40 DK points or 40 FanDuel points tonight. So not a horrible option for us. And then we're just trying to figure out where we want to go with shooting guard. I'm either going to go with Eric Gordon or James Harden. It's just trying to figure out which one I can go with the shooting guard spot. Eric Gordon's too cheap on FanDuel as well. Now, like I said, I'm just going to be plugging and playing Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then it's just trying to figure out which other small forward I want to go with. There's some decent options here. And, it's just trying to figure out. Should mention Chandler Hutchinson has won for over 20 fantasy points in 5 out of the last 6 games, which, it's kind of surprising. More of a play on DraftKings if you can fit him in. I'm going to go with Tobias Harris right now in this build. I might have to switch that off. I do think on the power forward spots, Dragan Bender is too cheap. You could roll with him if you want to. I probably will be tonight. You'll see at the end of this video. I do have some extra cash. I'll line up. I can maybe go cheaper and not roll with him. With the power forward spot, it's just you're probably going to have to pay up and go with someone like Blake Griffin. I don't really like doing that because he won't do as well tonight with Andre Drummond back. His usage is not as high. For the center spot, I was really just trying to figure out what I want to do, if I wanted to go with Mitchell Robinson or Mason Plumlee. This will be a play that I have to wait on the news to see, but I'm going to roll with the assumption that Mason Plumlee is going to start and that he's going to get around 20 minutes tonight, so I'm going to be putting him into my builds. And now you can see I have a little bit too much money left over. I don't want to go off of Tobias Harris because he's definitely too cheap on FanDuel, but I think eventually I'll have to. So I roll down. I got to get off of James Harden because I just can't pay him right now. I'll probably switch off of that. I'm going to go with Eric Gordon, though, just because, he does have that decent upside, and he's definitely too cheap on FanDuel. He can really easily hit value there. And then, so we have to go off of James Harden, unfortunately. Obviously, with James Harden, you want to try to fit him into your builds if you can. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. You can see all the plays in the link below to our website. Have all the core plays, have all the value plays. Break it down a little bit into more details. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and thanks for watching. Let's have those green screens going again.